Obviously tough finish to the weekend for us. I thought pretty similar game to yesterday. I thought that again there wasn't a ton of easy ice. We got ourselves down, and I liked what we did. You can look at the score and get caught up in the score, but I thought again it was a pretty even game. And we're talking about playing a team. We got a ton of respect for a team that played in the national championship game last year. So they got some veteran guys, and obviously they did a great job closing it out. I thought we had some looks there, but they made it hard on us, and we're committed to defending, and that's what good teams do. And again, another opportunity to grow and look forward to practice this week.
You kind of said leading into the series that Minnesota's young D was looking better. What in particular did they do that do better maybe from the last time you saw them?
I just think it takes time, and obviously I know their coach Miller there works with the D's, been doing it a long time. He's a really good coach, and you can tell they're on the same page. They all can skate, and I think that can make it hard to forecheck them and try to extend plays in the offensive zone. And I think they play within themselves too, and I think that you saw that in the third period where they were content, making it hard on us to gain the zone and then going back and breaking out pucks. So obviously a lot of talent back there and young talent that's improved.
Is playing from behind, these past 4 games, not getting that opening goal, is that a concern? Is that a pause for panic or anything?
Well, obviously you don't want that to happen, but I think you got to be careful on always, just looking at the score. I think the more you talk about with guys is like you say, hey, we got to score first, and we've scored first majority of the games this year, and sometimes it's going to happen. I've loved our responses, and I think even the game here we learned a lesson a week ago where we got away from it and got undisciplined, and it cost us. And we went on the road and got behind, and we learned we can still do it. Last night we learned we could still do it, and you don't want to draw it up that way, but 2 teams are playing and both want to win the game, and you got to find ways to win games different ways, and I think this group's shown that.
Yeah, Coach. Ever since you've been here, I've sort of noticed like an optimistic kind of point of view. You don't kind of hang your head after a loss, and I'm sure that's what you kind of teach the boys to kind of follow. Has that always been your coaching style, or is that something you've developed over time, would you say?
Yeah, it probably has been. I think I go back to when I first started coaching at Shattuck St. Mary's. It probably was something I wasn't good at as a player. I'd carry it around with me, and the reality is the only time you can do something about it is when the scoreboard's on, the game's done. It doesn't mean it's okay. It doesn't mean, but I also think perspective. If you're talking about college athletics, our guys got a lot to be thankful for. Their health, be able to go to a school like Michigan State, parents that have raised them to get, hockey's not a cheap sport. So I think all those are important. And I think when you have that perspective, it puts things in the right line, and you're able to get more out of yourself during the week in practice, And so we've played games this year where we've won, and we've told our guys that's not to our standard. And we played some games where we lost, and we were pretty close to our standard. And so I think just keeping that mindset, and you need to recruit the right type of guys, right? And if they're waiting to get yelled and screamed at, this has got to be their deal. And that's one of the mantras of our team is, take responsibility for your development, and this is your deal. And so yeah, I think even going, like I said, when I'm going back to Shattuck, that was always kind of the perspective I took.
These last 2 games, maybe the last 4 games, were you kind of eager to see how your team was going to fare against them? And if so, what did you learn in these 2 games?
Yeah, no, I think for our group, this is really critical for our growth as a program. Is just handling being the team that's in first. And a lot of these guys haven't gone through that, and you're seeing teams best. When you're not, you can sneak up on a guy that maybe they can fall asleep. Like we're going to see everyone's best, and we've earned that. And I think that with that comes pressure, and I think pressure is an earned thing, and it's a privilege to have pressure and to embrace it. And I thought in a lot of ways in this last couple of weeks, I thought the guys did a great job with it.
And 2 or 3 of the goals that Minnesota scored early, kind of transitional plays, kind of decisions, neutral zone decisions, and so forth. What did you see? Any commonality there? Is that correctable?
Yeah, no, for sure it is. Yeah, we got to be smarter. We want to pressure the puck. We want to be on top of teams, but you can't be charging up the ice. And there's a balance there. When you give skillful players time and space, you're gonna make you pay. And if you back off, they're gonna make you pay. So I think some different reads we can grow, especially on our back end of those moments where it's a little bit of a risk reward.
And did you feel like you were close to that program standard today? You mentioned sometimes you win and you might not be to the standard, sometimes you lose and you are to the standard.
I thought there was phases of the game we were for sure. I don't think by any means we were perfect at all, and we still we got away from our game. But where I thought we really did when it got 4-1, all of a sudden we started getting a little bit wacky and running around, and you're just giving up opportunity to get better and work at what we want to be, and that's human nature, right? I think we all fight that and frustration, but I said before, it's a wasted emotion. So no, to say they hit our standard, we did.